Coffee with Tim Black.
Hello, my name is Tim Black. Welcome to Coffee with Tim Black. Do you remember Dylann Roof? He's a 22-year-old man who killed 9 parishioners inside of a Emanuel AME church back in June 2015. He's the same character that once arrested, once apprehended, they stopped by Burger King and picked him up at lunch. He had a racial manifesto put up on the internet. His hate for colored people, black people, any color that wasn't white. He said he wanted to do something to black folks in order to stop them from mating with white women. So he decided to go to a church and kill innocent people who were praying, who had welcomed into their church. Well, Dylann Roof, new developments are they're picking a jury. Back up just a little bit. Dylann Roof faces numerous charges. 33 charges are related to hate crimes on a federal level. Then we got other charges that are going to happen in South Carolina. That's a total separate situation. The charges in federal court carry with them the possibility of the death penalty. His lawyer said he was incompetent. He's ruled competent. And now, just to prove how competent he is, he decides he wants to serve as his own counsel. Now, I've heard it said, a person who wants to defend himself in court is crazy. Or at least incompetent. But that's what he's decided to do. Now, this case brings out the worst in people because it triggers such a reaction. It's so horrific. Such a horrific activity took place, such a horrific murder of innocent people while attending church is almost unbelievable, unfathomable that could happen and that this young man was brought in alive and well. They even stopped to get him a Burger King sandwich. That got a lot of talk. Now, what I'm about to tell you about my own personal feelings about Dylann Roof in this case, it may throw you for a loop. I do not support the death penalty. Not even for Dylann Roof. Let me explain. The death penalty is handed down unfairly. Studies out there show that a good percentage of people who are innocent are put to death in this country. This predominantly affects poor people and people of color. You can't pick and choose who you want to execute. You're either for it or you're against it. And it hurts me to have to say I'm against the execution of Dylann Roof, because to be for his execution would mean I support it in other cases when I do not. Some estimates show over 120 people have been executed who should have been exonerated, but they weren't. Now, Dylann Roof's situation is different. We know that's the guy who went in and did the act. He did the murder. We know it. But what about cases that aren't so cut and dry? In a country that incarcerates more people than any other country in the world, I can't support the death penalty. I think he should rot in jail. No easy out for this guy, but I just cannot support it. Do the research yourself and see where you come up on this. See where your heart leads you to. But once you read the data, I'm sure you will join me and many other Americans over the years who have become of the opinion that the death penalty must be done away with, because there's no way to ensure that it's handed down unbiasedly. And let's just keep it real. One thing you'll never see is a rich person on death row. I'm Tim Black. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you tonight on No Sellouts with my friend H.A. Goodman. Until then, go to TimBlackTV.com. Get yourself some Tim Black coffee. All I want is justice for us all.